Hey, welcome back to Low Ballin' Outdoors. I'm Alex. Today we got a super cheap plinker for you today. This is a Rossi RB17. This is chambered in 17 HMR. We got a little Bushnell banner scope on here. This thing seems like a whole bunch of fun. As a matter of fact, I'll give you the rundown of what this thing looks like right now. All right, here is that rundown. The texturing here is absolutely good. I mean, that's definitely gonna lock your hands in the cold or wet weather. All in all, it is a cheaper rifle, but man, yeah, it is definitely manufactured cheap, but can it shoot? Can it function well? Can it hold its accuracy? These are some of the things we got to find out. Okay, so it is kind of a windier day out here, so we're only going to be shooting a 50-yard groups today, but we got to do something at 100. We just got to. So we're gonna see what it'll do against the frying pan. See what kind of nonsense we can come up with. All right, guys, let's get all set up. All right, guys, so this is the Rossi RB17. It looks a lot like a Mossberg the way it's set up. The magazine is a 5-round magazine. It's got a really nice little release catch there. It's set up fairly nice. Now this magazine, let's get loaded up and let's definitely get this thing sighted in, see what she's gonna do, and I will bring you right back. All right, guys, I know exactly how accurate this thing is. So you're gonna be impressed. I am very impressed. Now, like I said, we have a kind of a wind out here today, so we're only gonna do 50, and then we're gonna smack that frying pan that we got down there at the 100. Well, let's go ahead and definitely give this thing a plinking. Okay, now this is a Bushnell banner scope. It is probably my favorite as far as lower end scopes. I'm definitely gonna leave you guys a description. You guys can definitely check it out. I highly recommend it. It's fairly clear, but this is a hunting scope, so the reticle on it is extremely thick. You know, easier to find as soon as it gets, you know, certain times of the night you get them, you know, too thin and they become hard to see, or you lose it in the brush. This thing's perfect. You know what? I'm just gonna show you right now what that reticle looks like. Let's get to popping this thing 50 yards. Okay, the trigger on this, it is a little heavy, but you know what? For the price range of this thing and for what I plan on using it, I plan on just using it squirrel woods, maybe plinking stuff at 100 yards. I don't know. This thing is not a bad setup, especially how accurate she is. There's two. My goodness, this thing's awesome. I've never owned a Rossi product before, so this is my first one. Shoot. It's a winner here. Crap, I kind of pulled that one a little bit, but you know what? I still think it's going to be super tight. Let's go ahead and pop that last one in there. Y'all are going to be like super impressed with this thing. I am. I mean, for the amount that you have to pay for this, even topping it with a scope, this thing is just awesome. Well, let's go down there and check it out, because, you know, we got to. All right, guys, accuracy issues? I think not. Look at this group that we just did. Heck yes. This thing is just bingo. I know I screwed that one up just bigger than I'll get out, but look at that. That thing is just awesome. For a little cheap, you know, 17 just to take out in the woods pack, I am going to say good things about it. There's a couple things that's kind of annoying. It does kind of have a really gritty bolt, but for as cheap as that thing is, it's a hunting machine. The scope is that Bushnell banner. To me, it's one of the best lower end scopes that you can buy. I mean, I'll leave that one link in the description. You guys can check it out. It's all in all, it's a great little setup. Now let's get down there to the 100 and see if we can put some holes in that frying pan. That sounds like fun. Okay, so I've been shooting this thing for a little bit now, and I'm gonna tell you something. this magazine absolutely rocks, because I have a Savage 93, well, several of them, but the magazines on them are kind of finicky as far as, you know, loading and stuff, and I've not had a single issue, you know, loading these, putting another, or chambering another one, none of that nonsense. And I've went through almost a whole box of these CCI 17 grain VMAX. Okay, let's definitely gonna punch some holes down there at the 100. We have that frying pan set up. This should be super cool. At least I hope it is. Okay, here we go. Well, we were talking some good stuff. Like I said, the bolt is a little gritty on this thing. But for a hunting gun, I mean, you don't, it's give and take. For a hunting gun, this thing's awesome. But there is definitely some stuff that could be improved, like the trigger, the bolt, etc. I mean, the price point, whatever. Okay, 100 yards, frying pan. I ain't really sure if I hit that thing. Let's go ahead and stick another one in it. Alright. This is a 9-power scope. I can see it looks kind of like little white marks on there, but I can't see if I punched a hole through it or what's going on down there with it, because the frying pan never moves and it's just on a piece of fishing line. We're gonna go ahead and put all 5 of them in there. I'm moving around where I'm shooting at because I'm kind of wanting to see if I'm missing or what's going on, because it's only sighted in for 50. I've not shot this at the 100 yet. Well, crud, if that was actually doing anything, it was blowing right through. But let's go down there and check it out, because, you know, we gotta know now. Guys, that was like so uneventful, wasn't even funny. Check this out. It just blew right through them every time. I thought I was missing, so I kept moving it around on there, see if I could see it. But the 17 was going so fast, it just punched a hole right through it. Super cool. Well, guys, I hope you really had fun with this one. Until next time, keep it cheap.